One of the stars of Spider-Man No Way Home, Tom Holland, opens up a little bit about working with a legendary actor like Alfred Molina, and he says that it was one of the best experiences he's ever had working with any actor his entire life. Of course, it didn't take too long for us to know that Alfred Molina was in Spider-Man No Way Home, as that's one of the first things that leaked out there because Alfred Molina himself confirmed it, so not surprising. Obviously, recently, there's been a whole round of interviews and pieces of info that have hit the internet, and another one that was recently a part of an interview with Tom Holland was, of course, with EW, where they sat down and talked with him a little bit about this next chapter, which he said is the final one in the trilogy that they set up. And he talked about how far the technology had come in bringing characters to life, and specifically working with Alfred Molina, because, again, the last time he did this type of thing was in 2004. And he says that Molina had a different experience because of, the amount of CG they use, not the practical arms and everything and all that, but that also on set, that it was one of his favorite people to work with just because of the experience, how cool it was to see him, since obviously he's watched the old films and there's Doc Ock. Now he's standing face to face with Doc Ock, the one he grew up watching. And he went on and talked a little bit more about the magic on the set and everything that was going on, and how fun it was to see Alfred Molina just slip back right into it, and how it was cool to see him in that role again and sort of embrace the new technology and what they were doing, and how he was into it in relation to where he was before, and how he just sort of felt natural stepping back into it, which is something Molina himself has said recently as well. So overall, you get the sense that everybody on the set, that they at least want to talk about openly, had a good time and was having a good experience and really, sort of in their element there. And everybody was working off of one another, and there wasn't anything bad going on set, which is sort of counter to what happened in all the other Spider-Man films prior to the MCU. You go back and you look at some of the experiences with TASM, and even Spider-Man 2 and really in Spider-Man 3, where actors were more or less miserable on the sets of those, where they were just like, this studio and the suits show up and they don't want you doing this or that. And in the case of Amazing Spider-Man, nobody seemed to have a good experience with anything in that film. So it's good to hear that, you have an actor like Molina come back after so long, and everybody's just like, let's get back to it. It's like not a day went by. And Tom giving him such high praise, talking about how he was kind of like leading this charge on set, sounds really awesome. Molina's been around for so long. I still remember the first time I realized it was him and Indiana Jones. It blows my mind to this day.